Hey there, deep diver. Ready to dive into some fascinating stuff.
Always.
Okay, good. Well, today we're going to be looking at AI and politics.
Okay.
And the source material is really interesting for this one.
Right.
We've got an interview with former President Donald Trump
Oh, wow.
and a highly advanced AI named Athena.
Interesting combo.
Yeah, I know, right? Not your typical interview subject.
That's for sure. It's definitely a unique pairing.
It is. It's kind of like putting two completely different worlds together.
Yeah. So what exactly do they talk about?
Well, they delve into how AI could impact a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
The economy, the workforce, even political campaigns.
So like the whole shebang.
Yeah, pretty much. And right from the start,
Yeah.
Trump's kind of skeptical.
Yeah.
Like he's questioning how smart a machine can really be.
Well, he is known for trusting his gut.
Yeah, exactly. And he even throws in one of his classic lines.
Let me guess. I'm the best negotiator in the world.
You got it. It's almost like he's, sizing up Athena,
Right.
seeing if she's a worthy opponent.
I can just imagine that.
I know, right? But
Yeah.
but what's interesting is that
Hmm.
he does acknowledge that AI could be good for the economy.
So he's not totally dismissive.
No, not at all. It seems
Yeah.
like he recognizes that AI is a big deal.
Well, it's hard to ignore, right? I mean, it's...
It is. It is. But it's definitely interesting to see how he approaches it.
So how does Athena handle this?
Well, she's pretty calm and collected,
Okay.
just lays out the facts and presents a balanced view.
Makes sense given she's, an AI.
Right, exactly.
Mm.
She acknowledges that AI could disrupt a lot of industries, but she also emphasizes
Right.
that we need to plan and invest strategically
Okay.
to make sure those advancements are, a good thing.
So looking at the bigger picture.
Exactly, yeah. And then they get into this whole thing
Right.
about AI and jobs, which is,
Yeah.
a big concern for a lot of people.
Of course.
And Trump, being Trump, is worried about AI taking American jobs.
Right.
He even says, nobody protects workers better than I do.
It's definitely a sensitive issue.
It is. And it's interesting to see how Athena tackles it.
So how does she approach it?
Well, she doesn't shy away from it at all.
Hmm.
She's very upfront about the fact that,
Yeah.
some jobs might be displaced because of AI,
Okay.
but she puts it into perspective.
Like what?
She points out that AI will likely create new industries
Interesting.
and also boost productivity,
Okay.
which could lead to, economic growth.
So it's not all doom and gloom.
No, not at all. It's more about
Yeah.
adapting and seeing the opportunities.
That makes sense. It's
Wow.
not like AI is going to, just wipe out all the jobs overnight.
Right. And she actually suggests investing in education and training programs.
Oh, that's interesting. So people can acquire new skills.
Exactly. So we can transition smoothly
Right.
into this new AI-driven world.
Makes sense. So instead of fearing AI, she's saying we should prepare for it.
Yeah, exactly. She even mentioned specific fields
Oh, like what?
like data science and AI development.
Which, ironically, are fueled by AI.
It is kind of ironic, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah. But it makes sense. I mean, those are the areas that are going to
Yeah,
be in high demand.
they are. So it's not just about,
Yeah.
clinging to the past, but looking ahead.
But the future. Yeah, I get it.
And then the conversation shifts
Oh.
to the topic of regulating AI development.
Okay.
And Trump's stance on this is actually pretty nuanced.
Really? How so?
Well, on the one hand, he supports,
Mm-hmm.
American tech giants like Google and Apple, Microsoft.
Yeah.
But he also emphasizes the need for what he calls
What?
smart regulation.
Oh, interesting. So not like a complete free-for-all.
No, he's worried about these companies
Yeah.
becoming too powerful or
Right.
doing things that could harm American workers or consumers.
So finding that balance
There.
between
Yes.
innovation and protection. Exactly. It's about, making sure that AI
Yeah.
is developed and used responsibly,
Yeah.
ethically,
Yeah.
and in a way that, benefits everyone.
In a way that benefits society as a whole. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a tough challenge, though.
It is. It's a tough challenge.
Because AI is evolving so quickly.
It is.
How do you create regulations
No,
that can keep up?
It can keep up, yeah.
Yeah,
And still be effective, yeah.
right. It's not an easy problem to solve.
I can imagine.
But
Yeah.
it's fascinating that even Trump,
Yeah.
who's not exactly known for being a big regulator,
Right.
recognizes that
Yeah.
some ground rules are needed.
So they both agree on the need for regulation then.
Yeah, they do. It's like they both understand that
Mhm.
this is uncharted territory and we got to be careful.
That's actually pretty encouraging.
It is, yeah.
Huh.
It shows that AI isn't just a partisan issue, it's something that's going to affect all of us.
It's a human issue, not a political one. Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's something we need to figure out together.
It's going to take all of us, that's for sure.
Definitely. And there's one more thing that
Yeah.
really stood out to me in this interview.
What's that?
This clash
Mm-hmm.
between Trump's instinct-driven decision-making
Okay.
and Athena's,
Right.
data-driven approach.
Yeah, those are two very different ways of seeing the world.
They are. And it makes for some really interesting listening.
I bet. So we've got the deal maker
Mhm.
and the data-driven strategist
Yeah.
going head to head.
Pretty much. And we'll dive into that
Okay.
when we come back.
This whole thing about regulating AI, it makes you think
About what?
about how do we even make sure AI is used ethically?
Oh, yeah. Especially in something like politics, right?
Exactly. I mean, we've already seen how it can be
Yeah.
used to
Yeah.
manipulate people,
Mm.
spread fake news,
Yeah. Yeah.
even mess with elections.
And that's probably just the beginning, right?
I think so. Like, as AI gets smarter, the chances of it being used for bad stuff just go up.
It's kind of scary when you think about
It
it.
is. It is. So we really got to start thinking about
Yeah.
how to put those ethical limits on it.
But how do you even do that? Can you?
Yeah.
Program ethics into a machine?
Well, it's not easy. But I think the first step is
Yeah.
remembering that AI doesn't just exist on its own, right?
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
It's made by people,
Mm-hmm.
trained on data that people make,
Exactly.
and then used in situations
Yeah.
that are shaped by,
Mm-hmm.
human values and what society thinks is right.
Right. So all the bias or lack of bias,
Yeah.
it all comes from us humans.
And it all goes back to the source.
Exactly. So if we want AI that's ethical,
Mm.
aligned with our values, then
Yeah.
we got to deal with that bias problem.
At every step of the way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
From the people making it
Yeah.
to the data it learns from,
Mm-hmm.
and even setting rules on how it can be used.
Sounds like a lot of work.
It is, but it's important.
Especially if we're going to trust AI with decisions
Mm-hmm.
that impact, our lives in society.
Yeah, we need to be sure it's making decisions based on what's right.
Not just, based on some glitch in the code or something.
Right. And it's not just about avoiding the bad stuff. It's
Yeah.
about using AI to make things better.
Oh, I see. Like what?
Well, could AI help make the government more efficient,
Maybe.
more responsive to, what people actually need?
Yeah.
Could it help make things fairer in, healthcare
Oh, interesting.
or education?
Yeah. I mean, that would be amazing.
Right. If we can use AI for good,
Yeah.
the possibilities are huge.
It's almost like,
Yeah.
like we're just scratching the surface.
I think we are. That's why it's so important to have these conversations, to get people thinking about it.
Get these issues out in the open.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because even if we don't realize it,
Mm.
AI is already affecting our lives.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Just think about it. Social media, medical diagnoses, the stock market.
AI is everywhere
It really is. And it's only going to become more integrated.
into everything we do.
Exactly.
It's kind of wild when you think about it.
It is. And it makes that contrast in the interview
Yeah.
between Trump's gut feelings
And
and Athena's data approach.
yeah, that part was really fascinating.
It's like they're speaking different languages.
They are. Trump talks about instinct,
Mm-hmm.
and Athena's all about,
Algorithms.
yeah, it makes you wonder
Mm.
about what leadership will be like in the future.
Oh, right. In a world where AI is calling the shots.
Exactly.
Mm.
Will leaders need to be
Mhm.
more data savvy?
Yeah. Or will there always be a place for
Yeah,
human intuition?
that gut feeling.
Exactly. I don't think we have the answers yet.
It's kind of a crossroads.
I like that. It is like we're at a crossroads.
Yeah, where
Yeah.
the old way
Mm-hmm.
is bumping up against the new way.
And it's not clear which way to go.
But that's what makes this whole conversation so important.
I
Right?
think so. It reminds us that
Yeah.
we're not just watching this technology happen.
Right.
We can shape it.
We have a say in how it goes.
Exactly. And that's a big responsibility.
It is. It's up to us to make sure
Yeah.
that AI is used for good, not for bad.
And that brings us to the most mind-blowing part of the interview.
Oh, what's that?
When Trump suggests that Athena should run for office.
Wait, really?
Yeah. He was impressed by her.
I bet.
It was kind of a joke, but
Yeah.
it raises a big question.
Like,
Could we ever accept an AI leader?
whoa, that's
Yeah.
getting into sci-fi territory.
It is, but it's starting to feel less like fiction.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean.
It makes you think about
Yeah.
what it means to be human.
Right. and what we even want in a leader.
Do we need someone we relate to?
Yeah.
Someone who shares our emotions?
Or would an AI,
Mhm.
without those human biases,
Yeah.
maybe make better decisions?
It's a tough question, and
Yeah.
I don't think there's one right answer.
It depends on what we value as a society.
Exactly. This whole deep dive,
Yeah.
it's really a journey into the unknown.
It is. From the economics of AI
Yeah.
to the ethics
Mhm.
to the idea of AI leaders, that would have blown my mind a few years ago.
Mine too. But that's how fast things are changing.
It's crazy.
It is. So we need to stay informed,
Yeah.
stay engaged, keep asking the tough questions.
Because this is our future, right?
It is. We all have a role to play
Yeah.
in making sure AI is used the right way.
To make a future that works for everyone.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
to all our listeners out there,
Yeah.
stay curious, stay informed, stay engaged,
The future is happening now.
and it's up to us to shape it.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, everybody.
See you next time.
Okay, so we're back and ready to really get into this.
Right.
This idea of AI and politics.
It's pretty wild, right?
It is. It is. Like AI actually doing stuff
Okay.
that humans usually do.
Like running for office.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I don't know. It's almost hard to wrap your head around.
It is. We always think of like leadership as this human thing.
Yeah.
You know, empathy, good judgment, all that.
Right. But then you have Trump.
Yeah.
Who's all about that, you know,
Mm-hmm.
charisma, gut feeling leadership style,
Yeah.
saying an AI could be great on the campaign trail.
It's like he's saying the rules are changing.
Yeah.
That to win in politics, you might need different skills now with AI.
So, okay, let's imagine
Okay.
what would an AI campaign even look like?
Well, we're already seeing bits and pieces.
Like what?
AI analyzing voter data,
Mm-hmm.
figuring out who to target,
Right.
crafting messages for the most impact.
Okay.
Even making those targeted ads,
Oh, those are everywhere.
predicting who will vote for who.
So AI could make campaigns like
Yeah.
more efficient
Definitely more data-driven.
and maybe even better at listening to voters.
Could be. But there's the flip side, too.
Oh, yeah, the whole manipulation thing.
Exactly. AI could be used to mislead voters.
Spread more of that fake news
It's a real danger.
Yeah.
That's why we need those ethical guidelines I was talking about.
to keep things fair,
Exactly. AI should be used for good elections.
not to mess them up.
Right. It comes down to this, doesn't it?
To what?
How do we want AI in our society?
As a friend or foe?
Yeah. Do we see it as a threat
Competition?
or as a partner to help us?
It's a big question.
It is. And then there's that part
Yeah.
where Trump suggests Athena run for office.
No way. He really said that.
He did. It was lighthearted, but
Yeah.
it makes you think, could we ever have an
Mhm.
AI president?
Whoa, that's a lot to process.
It is. Like, what even makes a good leader?
Right. Do they got to be like
Yeah.
someone we connect with emotionally?
Right. Or could an AI be better?
Because they wouldn't have those
Yeah.
human biases and emotions.
That's a tough one.
It is. No easy answers.
No. It all
But-
depends on
Yeah.
what we want as a society.
I feel like this whole deep dive has been
Yeah.
like looking into a crystal ball.
A little bit, yeah. We've talked about the economy,
AI taking jobs,
the ethics of it all.
and now AI running the whole show.
It's mind-blowing how fast things are moving.
It really is. But that's why
Yeah,
staying informed is so important.
it is. We got to stay curious.
Yeah.
Keep asking those tough questions.
Because the future of AI, it's not set in stone.
Nope. We're all shaping it.
Together.
Exactly. So everybody listening,
Yeah.
keep learning, keep thinking.
The future's happening now.
Let's make it a good one.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone.
See you next time.